Ranking all of Spokishere's unstable arcs. At the start, we have Spoke's exploit arc. This arc showed us about the glitch and exploits in the server while also telling us the origin of Yamato P, Unstable SMP's most mysterious player. This arc showed what was possible in a server like this, and is the main thing that Spoke is known for even into the Mafia arc. Because of this, I think it deserves A tier. Next up, we have the Mafia arc. This is arguably one of Spoke's best arcs, where we can see him working as a hero. This is also where he starts building his friendship with Maypick, which makes it an important arc, as we see Spoke doing something to benefit the server. When the Mafia fell, Ash Swag foreshadowed what Spoke would become.
You're gonna look around, and you're gonna see you've made a Mafia of your own.
This was a prediction about Spoke's character that ended up being correct. This told us Spoke and Ash Swag may not be so different. And over a year later, Spoke falls into possession of a powerful army. Ash Swag was right all along. For its crazy storyline and relevance to the Null arc, the Mafia arc gets A tier. Next up, we have the Secret Base arc. This arc was funny and entertaining, but it lacked relevance to the storyline. This made it more of a filler arc, rather than one as important as the Mafia. The only interesting part is where we see Ash Swag again, and Spoke's destructive side is shown as he destroys his base and takes everything away from him. Overall, to Spoke's storyline, this arc was useless and purely for entertainment, which is why it gets C tier. Next up is the Bat arc. This is Spoke's longest arc, and it features him becoming enemies with Leowook and later fighting Law. The good thing about this arc was that all four protagonists fought together in the end, but other episodes weren't as entertaining, with Spoke trapping weak, defenseless players. Despite this arc developed Leowook into a major villain for Spoke and led to his death. This arc was important character development for Spoke, because he was the one in the wrong, as he killed Leowook's spies, and this arc was probably the turning point where Spoke became what he is today.
If you don't have the crystal, you're just another pawn in my way.
Another point for this arc is this is where we start seeing Spoke's attachment to Maypick, and first connection to Null through Maypick's shield. Overall, this arc was more like 3 arcs compressed into one and got boring after a few episodes. However, it symbolizes the start of Spoke's switch from hero to villain, while also showing Maypick and Spoke's loyalty to each other. Based off of this, I think the Bat arc deserves B tier. Next up, we have the Null arc. This was one of the most interesting arcs in Spoke's journey, because he had no previous knowledge of the Null, and that made them completely mysterious. This is also the first time Maypick and Spoke fight, because Spoke went behind his back in the Farlands. Spoke losing his best friend also shows that he is spiraling out of control. This arc explored deeper areas of the Farlands than any protagonist had ever seen before, and we get to see some of the coolest naturally generated terrain ever seen in Minecraft. This was an area no video had been made about in Unstable history before, and explains the origins of the Farlands. So overall, the Null arc was a very interesting arc where Spoke lost his friends. However, this arc left too many unanswered questions, and was the first arc where throughout the episode Spoke was genuinely a bad person. So this arc can replace the Exploit arc at A tier, and the Exploit arc will go down to B tier. Next up, we have the Purgatory arc. This arc contained the perfect prison, and the perfect villain with Spoke's former best friend. However, the one thing this arc lacked was the fact that Spoke's final battle was underwhelming, and that Yamato P, supposedly one of the smartest players in Unstable history, was outsmarted by him.
However, the storyline and cinematography was probably the best Spoke has ever done.
Based on this, I believe the Purgatory arc is Spoke's best ever arc, and therefore is the first and only S tier. That concludes all of Spoke's arcs. If you guys want me to do Wembu, Parrot, or Flame next, drop a comment. And I would appreciate if you subscribe, because this is my first video,